welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another episode of Gems and Junk. This is where I tell you kind of products that I've loved and not loved during the month. And so let's just get started. So in no particular order, the first thing I want to mention is this Maybelline Superstay foundation. I'm in the shade 220. I'm wearing it right now. It's been 6 hours since I put it on, and it still looks really good. I have, at this point, I think I have like normal / combination skin, and this stuff is, it's just so good at not being too drying, you know what I mean? So a lot of like matte foundations that are like, oh, 24-hour wear, I feel like can get super drying, and then when you start like greasing up like I do in my T-zone, they'll start like kind of starting to break up, but this stuff won't. I actually love wearing this stuff. I tried it because I needed a new summer color. I ran out of my summer color, so then I picked this up because it was cheap, and it is so good that I think once winter hits, I'm going to pick it up in my winter color as well. I definitely recommend this. I've been wearing this all the time. I cannot believe a drugstore foundation is this good. Super random, but next I want to mention a beverage. So this is the Bubly carbonated beverage. So I know this is super basic, but in Minnesota at least, LaCroix or sparkling water is super popular. Everybody's drinking it all the time. I personally drink them because I then like have motivation to drink any form of like water, because I'm not real good at like getting enough water throughout the day. And LaCroix is okay. Like I feel like sparkling waters, they range from like all sparkle, like just a hint of flavor, to like it's still sparkling, but it's like very flavor heavy, and I tend to lean more towards like the more flavor heavy side, and LaCroix is more on like the bland flavorless side. And so the Bubly brand is quite flavorful, and I really like the apple and the mango ones, although I guess I haven't really had one that I didn't like. So if you are looking for a sparkling water that is more flavorful rather than bland, I would definitely recommend that brand. Next, I want to talk about some makeup brushes. So a couple of I have brushes from like all sorts of brands, but I am the kind that really tries to look for more affordable brushes because I feel like I'm so bad at washing my brushes. I need to have multiple brushes for every purpose, and it just gets expensive. And I have quite a few brushes from AOA Studio, and these are all $1, which is absolutely amazing. And I just picked up a couple right now that I wanted to tell you about that I really love. So this first one is the F20, if I can get the camera to focus. It's a super fluffy brush, and I really like using it to put on bronzer. I use it to put on bronzer today, and it just gives you like a very diffused, like already blended look when you use it that way. The next one I want to tell you about is this F19 brush. And this is, I don't know how they like advertise this one. They don't say what they're meant for. They do on the website. But this one I use to contour my nose. It does a really good job of just like making a really nice straight line, but also blending it all at the same time. You don't have like one solid like contour line on your nose with this brush, which is really nice. This one is the E112, and it is just a stiffer like flathead brush, and I think a lot of people use this for concealer. I use it for cut creases. A lot of brushes that are like this are really small, and it like takes forever to do a cut crease, but I like this one because it's big enough, but it's also precise enough so that like I can do my cut creases pretty quick with this brush. And the last one I want to talk to you about is this E115, and this is just a flat top brush. I feel like I have rabbit hair on like all of my brushes because they live down here in the basement with me. And this one I use to just smoke out the bottom liner, or I put eyeshadow down there. It's just really nice for something like that. So I haven't really run into any that I really didn't like. They don't shed for me when I wash them, which is amazing that these are all only $1 each. The only issue I've had is you can kind of see this big brush has a little kink. I believe this has like fallen off at one point in time, and I just like glued it right back on. So that's my only issue that I've had like with all my brushes. Only this one has fallen off, and it might have been because I dropped it. But I definitely recommend checking out their brushes. Next, this is super random, but it is like a nail Dremel that I purchased on Amazon. So it looks like this, and it comes with this little set of tools, and so like I've been doing my own dip powder nails for a while. This set that I have on right now I've had for almost 2 weeks, and I feel like this Dremel just helps it be really thin. I used to like buff down my dip powder myself with just like a buffing block, and it would take forever to buff off like the rough parts, and it was just like so time consuming, and like it took so much energy to do that. The nail Dremel is super convenient if you do your own nails, acrylic or dip powder. I feel like it's super helpful. I got this one off of Amazon, so I will link it down below. I would not recommend using it if you just like paint your natural nails. It does get like really rough on your natural nails, and I'm not a nail tech, so I'm not going to like tell you how to use it. Like you can figure it out yourself or watch a bunch of other YouTube videos, but I personally have found it really helpful just to like thin down my dip powder to smooth out my nails. If you do, seriously, if you do your own acrylic and dip, you need to have one of these. The last gem I have for you this month is this Dose of Color liquid lipstick. I'm wearing it right now on my lips, and I have been looking for a good like nude brown on me forever. Like I've probably gone through like 5 to 10 different liquid lipsticks that I thought would be the right nude brown, and I've just not gotten there. And this one is called the shade is called Knock on Wood, and I am in love with this shade because a lot of nude browns are too light on me, and I feel like this is a really good color. And this is the first Dose of Color like liquid lipstick I've purchased. They were on Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I kind of posted on my Instagram. I was like, hey, has anybody tried this formula? Is it really comfortable? Because I do not have time for drying liquid lipsticks. And one of my blogger friends in the area, Andrea, was like, this is my go-to formula. I love it. I'm picking up more during this sale. And I was like, all right, let me just pick one up to try. And I love it, so thank you, girl. So on to my junk item of this month. The one thing that like I really didn't like or hated or whatever of this month, and it is actually the black duo eyelash glue. So I used to be obsessed with the black duo eyelash glue. I used it exclusively because I always have like black eyeliner on and my lashes are black, and so it was really convenient for me to use black lash glue. And I've always been like, oh, it kind of performs the same as the clear, like, so I'll always get the black. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they changed their formulas. I don't know if I just have like older tubes. I've been trying to replace them like really frequently recently because I just don't like the way they feel on my eyes anymore. When you peel your lashes off, they like stick to your lash line, and then when you try to like wash your face, instead of it staying like elastic and like you can just kind of roll it up and pull it off, I feel like I used to be able to, it kind of just like disintegrates into like a goopy mess that is like really hard to get off your face. I don't know why the black one is doing this. People have always loved the clear one more than the black, and I've always liked the clear one more, but the black was just so much more convenient that I was like, oh, totally using the black. But I think I'm done because it's just so hard to get off my face. It has like pulled out a couple lashes, and so I'm going back to the clear. So I know that was really quick, but that is the end of my gems and junk video. I know I promised a decluttering video, and I will do it. I have my box of makeup that I've decluttered. I intend on like cleaning up this room a little bit too before I do that video. It's coming, I promise. Hopefully in the next month. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what products you have been loving this month or not loving this month, so I like don't buy it. But yeah, I hope to see you next time, and I hope you subscribe and stick around. Bye!